All right. You still with me?
Yep, yep.
Yes, sir. Here we are trying something new for the league. I'm gonna call it Behind the Sticks. Just a quick game review, getting insight of the mind of some of the players in the league to see what the thought process was, and just a little more content for you guys to go through in the event that you ever get bored. Um, and you might be able to pick up something from some of the better players in the league. You might be able to learn something from anybody and everybody. Today we got Fryles, host of the podcast, and Clemson, new championship. How you doing, big dog?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Ready to lock back in. This was a really fun game. So good to look back at it.
Yes, sir. This ended up being your we're semifinals, I guess. The
Yeah.
way it worked out after this game, you had Georgia. So today we're just gonna go over some things, touch on offense to see where you were thinking at mindset wise, because it appeared um, throughout the game that your I don't want to say conventional, but your normal game plan got changed a little bit, a little more high scoring than we're used to seeing from Clemson. But you were able to put up points with the best of them, especially against a quality Notre Dame team. Before we get into your offensive side of the ball, was there anything specifically that you were trying to key on in for this game?
Yeah, for him I know he's able to run the ball a lot, use a lot of the heavy personnel packages like 7-8, sometimes not on the line. So on defense I was trying to stop him from running, and then take away easy stuff was my main two goals. Starting off, I was gonna make him hit some deep shots. He ended up hitting them over the course of the game, but that was, I'm gonna make his quarterback hit those and make him make those reads. Was my thought. And then offense, I wanted to control the ball, and then I wanted to take some shots when I could because just for playing him in the past, I felt like he's pretty like up around the line of scrimmage, does a pretty good job user and taking stuff away. But you can if you get time, kind of take some shots and exploit some stuff. So I felt like I was able to do some of that as the game went on.
Gotcha. As we see him coming out, second play already. First play was four tight ends, one running back, and now we're at two tight ends, two wide receivers. And you chose to come out in 3-4. Were you comfortable with your personnel as far as linebackers? Because I know not everybody has the speed at linebackers, even though they're supposedly better in the run. Do you think you have the personnel to continue to run 3-4 off throughout the game?
I I thought early in the game I knew he was going to come out and run. I felt confident in that as he wanted to run early. So especially the first first series, I'm thinking he's run, 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 and yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to start with. But over the course of the game, you'll see some matchups where I tried to put a linebacker on like a slot receiver or put him in a matchup to cover a man, and I get beat. So it is very tough to balance.
Gotcha. And as we see, this is his first three receiver set, and he's able to hit a whole shot with what appears a streak receiver out of cover too. So we
Hmm.
can go back to that.
Yeah, it's a nice little concept. So
Gotcha. And this
yeah,
is. And do you prefer 3-3-5 stack? Um,
I do. That's my favorite of the 3-3-5 stuff. But I on this one, I wanted to make another adjustment that I didn't get to. I wanted to man up one of those receivers on the outside. I don't know if it would have mattered here, but it would have given a different look. But he snapped it, quick enough for me to not be able to get there. And then
gotcha.
just two is that you're gonna call the perfect play against Strander two. He's gonna score almost every time if he hits it.
Gotcha. As we go into your first offensive possession, we see your heavy personnel yourself, three tight ends, one running back,
Hmm.
or two running backs, excuse me. Is this normally part of your plan? I know watching some of your games previous to this, you were a little more modern offense as far as spread them out and then be able to run. What did anything change here that you were trying to control the ball a little more?
Yeah, I wanted. early to try to run the ball, control the clock, because he had a lot of weapons. I felt like he had a lot of speed everywhere on his squad, so I wanted to kind of control the tempo of the game, but um, I wasn't really running that well off the start to my like how I felt at least. It felt like he was kind of clogging stuff up, so I had a quick pivot to trying to get the ball out a little quick. As you see, he's got the line kind of stacked. He's got 6 on the line of scrimmage, so I'm expecting man here, and
Okay.
yeah. Just
So when you're calling this out, we'll just take a quick pause here. You see he's in double mug, but he hasn't done the usual bring the safety to stand over the center.
Yep.
Were you preparing for strictly man, or were you setting your concept up to have a safety valve in the event this is cover 3?
So this I set up strictly man here, just based on the look and kind of how I felt the alignments were everywhere. I'm pretty sure typically I do is I'll slide my line. So I slip my line left here, block my running back, I want to say.
Okay.
And I think he ended up bringing 5 of the 6. I feel like, but I need to watch it again. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but yeah, I felt pretty good against like my matchup in the slot on the right. I felt solid there. So I slid, blocked my running back, but he ended up bringing only 4. I just happened to have a good matchup outside, I guess.
Gotcha. So this is still early in your possession, but a little different. He showed you what is a 3-2-6 almost, or some big dime personnel. If you see that, is that almost an automatic tell for you to run the ball?
Yeah, for sure. Early in the game, I think I had a run already called, but I would have checked into a run. Yeah, super advantageous. I feel like he was light box there. Then you see immediately he's out of that, like almost right away. He don't like it at all. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my run game is not early in the game at least. Just didn't. He was getting good sheds. I didn't really feel clean running, so I'm already a little bit off what I was trying to do to come into the game.
Gotcha. So for this is bunch A strong, if I'm not mistaken. Is this something you like going to? And then as far as personnel wise, do you change the personnel to three wide receiver, or do you just leave it as a 2 tight end set?
I leave it as 2 tight end with this team last year's because I like both of my tight ends. Both of them, I think 88 speed and 87 speed, but they can run really good short route running, so they get open and also give me that big body option. If it's gonna be a tight window, I can kind of high ball it or let them like shield off. So I'll keep it as it is.
Gotcha. And just a quick seam hitter in the hole shot for the what appeared to be a cover 2 with a mid read that didn't drop. If you don't mind, what is your thought process on the route concept with the let's see if we can get to it really quickly.
Yeah,
the skinny post and
I think I ran that
behind it.
Yes, the read special, I believe, right? So it's like the post, and then I slant it behind, trying to make him make a decision with his user, because a lot of times his user in one of those in the middle of the field. So my thought is either he's running with that post, and I can hit the slant underneath, take my 6 or 7, maybe break a tackle or make somebody miss, get the first, or like what actually happened, the post gets open because he comes down just a little bit. It gives me a little gap to hit that post shot. So I'm just really reading, seeing what he's doing, trying to make a read off of it.
Gotcha. So you're reading this from A to RB, or are you reading a person on this one?
I'm reading him on this. So he's really making my read for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe on this one he comes down a little. He just kind of hesitates a little bit once he gets going.
Okay.
So he's using
Yep.
her safety. He comes down just enough, and I can hit it right behind him for the post. If he just sold out on the post, I would have hit the slant, and I feel like probably still get a first or get close to it. Oh, the defense always just. I think most people in the league do, but just really just seeing what he comes out in, trying to match something up against it. So I
So
go 3-2-6 lock.
with
Oh,
your
sorry. Go ahead.
own
Yeah.
philosophy, do you feel the same way about coming in 3-2-6, coming out in something that light in the box? I know you're big on
hmm
the 3-3-5 and the 3-3-5 stack. Do you feel as confident in that 3-2-6 even when it's a spread for wide receiver set?
I really don't. The easy adjustment should be to me if you see me in that is to come out and make me defend the run because I'm very light, and he has really good blocking tight ends too. So he's super advantageous to run the rock here. I'm just kind of hoping that he's not as my main. We're hoping we get a pass look. Um, and if it is a run, I'm trying to just keep it in front of me, nothing to the house.
Gotcha. Are you in favor? And I know he picked up about 10 there. Are you in favor of this linebacker standing in the gap here, even though he is on a blitz angle out of this formation? Would you rather him be standing off the ball, or are you okay with him standing there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the run fit is definitely better off, but I kind of like the looks. It really depends. It depends on the actions that I'm getting because sometimes you get a really good rush there off that side. With that, like if he were to release the tight end,
Mm-hmm.
then like it's really advantageous. But he runs, and I'm kind of just one of those situations where just hopefully he doesn't score. Is really because I'm in a bad look for it. You see his line is pushing me. They're
Yeah.
all pushing me like 5 yards off the ball. So I called that a win really. He got 10, but I was like, man, he could have scored there on that look. So.
Gotcha. So you saw him come out in pistol trips, and I assume you immediately thought it
Mhm.
was a run since you went back to 3-4.
Yep, yep. And then I usually blitz that backside end. He didn't do anything on that play, but
Gotcha.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
there
he's
any
ran.
point in time in your play style that you like to shift or crash differently out of these looks, or are you a big just come out and then we might just blitz an extra a person versus a crash to change run fits?
I'm more, yeah, I blitz more, but it's more just time wise for me because I do a few things adjustment wise on defense already, so it's easier for me to just blitz just out of like my hand, habit what I'm doing. Easy to just blitz somebody quickly, as opposed to getting a stunt because I usually like to man someone up at least. Every zone play is rarely ever just a straight zone. I just don't think I don't know. It's not how I like to play. So every zone I'm manning somebody up, so I got to quickly decide who that's going to be. Um, if it's a quarterback that can run, I might want to contain. So just the crashes they're just so low on the list of things that I really get into a chance to do them.
Okay, so no specific crashes, but you're a fan of the
Like that one,
stunts.
that's yeah. That play that's one that I feel like that's one of my best lurks is when I'm going like back across and then snap. I just took too long on the route, but I knew what he was doing. I just
Okay,
played around too long, following the first crosser, and I don't know, I'm like screaming at myself for that bad play.
gotcha. Good goal line stop there.
And the goal line is just so tough. Like, you know,
So you see pistol deuce and then still choose to come back out on goal line. That's unfortunate. You had a D tackle get pancaked.
yeah. See that I know he's right. He's super run heavy, as you should be. Most people are, but super run heavy down on the like goal line anyway. So I'm in goal line trying to stop the run.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna trust my user to maybe make a play if he passes it, but not much we can do there.
Gotcha. And before we get to you on the offensive side of the ball, or actually, this might be a team building question. It seems that if you don't have the linemen to run the ball, you are kind of stuck, even though you would like to. Is that something you target in recruiting?
Line, absolutely. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's we talked about it on the the big pod that's you got to hit them early and often because that'll change. That dictates game plans. If you got a line who can't run block and you're one dimensional, I mean, it's gonna be really really tough. You got to be passing it too high of a level, put the ball in harm's way so much. Um, and then
Gotcha.
yeah, this is one of my
Double slot or the double post from the slot and the
yeah
outside.
double post and then a slot fade from the trips. Just love that concept. I feel like gives me a lot of different ways to attack. Um, we got just a good look against it. Rush 3 gave me time, and then yeah, we just
Right.
go good.
I know this year is the first year in real college football that they allowed for um, tablets on the sideline. Do you ever take advantage of previous play throughout the game? Or is that something that's kind of back of your mind, just reading the field itself?
As far as things that I've run that I thought I had a good look, or what the opponent's running,
Yeah,
because I mean
so
both really. Yeah.
if we go back here, did I miss it? At the play call screen, if you toggle right stick,
Right. Right,
you're able to see some. I don't know why. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. You can see it. So right here, I don't know if you saw in the top right corner, you were able to toggle to see previous play. Is that something
Mhm.
you like to take advantage of when you're on offense or defense?
I'll do it if I don't. Like if I'm like, if it catches me off guard, I'm like, what is that? Like the look surprises me. For the most part, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of what he was, what he was in. Um, Sometimes though, for sure, you got to look at certain times in the game. He'll run something. I'm like, why do we have no answer for that? And then you see the play art, and you're like, oh, okay, see what they did there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but here again, I'm just trying to contain the run. I think for the most part, he didn't really gash me for too much, which is one of my main goals. Just keep everything in front.
What's that? Is that hook curl cover three?
And I man up that tight end, and I'm just late here on my user, but it's still a pretty good play. But
Gotcha. Are you a big believer in match on defense?
I love match. I do.
Okay.
I run match a ton.
Gotcha. Since you're in 3-3-5, do you
Like
like
here, if you
three
see,
or four?
mm, three almost. I would say not exclusively, but probably 80-20. I'm in three
Okay.
compared to four. Yeah. And when I run just my two, uh,
Okay. Yeah,
it
there
is
it
what
is.
it is. But and so I man at the slot outside. He makes just a quick good read, and it's where I vacated out of there. It's good play.
Gotcha.
Didn't waste any time.
Let's see. It's a run play. Just
Every time he
starts.
went to, so he went to gun wing a lot. I know he runs out of gun wing a
Mhm.
bunch. So every time he ran that, I tried to counter with 3-4.
Okay. So just picking
Which,
up on tendencies early in the game.
hmm
Do you think playing him previously outside of this made it easier to pick up on that?
yeah, playing and watching the streams, just trying to see kind of what he likes. Like here, I know he sees I'm in man, so
Mm.
I wanted to pick her so bad, but yeah, the animation also had me upset. But
The dead leg. Yeah.
I know he likes to hit that quick drag back across. So I brought a hard flat. Like my linebackers in a normal hook zone, I put him in a hard flat, kind of for that route, and you saw what happened after. We should have been like a no yard gain, if anything. And uh, yeah, he caught it and broke that tackle. Losing my
Gotcha.
mind.
He's starting to get a little more multiple in his offense. You
Mhm.
see this formation. Is there anything particular, or what's the first thing you think of when you see this formation?
What is he in here? I missed. I don't even know what he's in here. I
Gun
can't see it on my
rundown
screen.
trips.
Nothing really. Nothing really.
Oh,
Um,
you can't see the
I
stream?
saw he's in. It closed. I can see it again. We're good now.
Okay.
It went black for a second. We're good. We're good. Um, I wouldn't say anything specific from him. I just know for me when I went two all game, first time we played, he hit like three, you know, shots in the middle of the field. So anytime I ran two, and I do that a lot anyway, but anytime I ran two, I wanted to protect the middle of the field and make him do something else than hit just like a post over the middle or tight end seam up the middle. Um, but nothing specific as far as what he would run out of that. I didn't have any
Gotcha.
profile on that.
Second time he's gone to bunch tight end. What
Mhm.
makes you like man coverage when he comes out in that formation?
A lot of my personnel, I like, and also knows he likes to run out of that a lot. So I felt it would just give me the best chance to stop it. But I mean, he still was able to move the rock pretty well on it. Um, I don't know how many passes he actually threw out a bunch tight end over the course of the game. I don't think maybe any that I can remember. But
Gotcha. Seeing this as a formation that you like to frequent, is there anything that you immediately tell yourself you need to worry about?
I do love the screen out of this to the backside. Dudes love. I didn't have the direct snap. I should have been really worried about, obviously, but I wasn't. But that is in there. He's one of the few that run it still. I feel like last year everyone was running direct snap. This year, not as much in my games, but he got me with it twice for pretty good gains.
Gotcha. Little window dressing with the motion.
Yeah, it's a good play. It's a good play. Got my eyes going everywhere.
And then back on offense. Back into three tight ends. Is that a running back number 22 out wide?
No, just a receiver. Just a receiver. Number 22
Number
receiver.
22 is a receiver.
Yeah.
Y'all let that fly in South Carolina?
I don't. That was just how the game brought him in. So I never changed him. But I hate it. I do hate it.
Back
And
in
then
bunch ace. So what is this formation is very popular.
Mhm.
In your own breakdown, what makes this formation so tough to stop, and then what makes it so effective for your play style?
yeah, I mean you got so many options here. You can do so many things. You got this play, you got corner strike out of it, you got a couple of nice runs out of it. Um, I think it's just so. I started running it really because it's just tough to stop. So really just learning from getting cooked with it. Um, and on that play, my running back just picks up the end pretty well. Nice little cut block. I got time to relocate, and it's gonna be tough to stop downfield with time.
Gotcha. Are you at any point in time right now concerned about the clock, about scoring too quickly, or is it just get points however you can get it?
It's in my mind, but I'm down 7 here, so I can't. I don't think I can be too patient. I want to get 7 for sure because I get. I think I get. I don't know if I get ball at half or not in this. I don't know, but
You do get ball half.
I get ball at half. Okay. So I was trying to have the last score of the half here, the double dip. But had something opened up, I wouldn't have, would have turned it down. I would have won and scored.
Gotcha.
I think I end up stalling out here. It's very tough. This, as we all know, when you get low red zone, it's just
hmm
hard to score in this area, man.
Do your route concepts change at all for the red zone?
Um, yeah, I mean, they definitely do. I try to have more quicker development stuff, I think, because the windows are just that much tighter. Um, and a lot of crossing actions just to try to maybe get a user off a spot, find an extra window, but it's tight. And then here, I liked my look. I knew he was gonna jump. His user jumps the route. I pump fake the route. User jumps it, and I got him across the back of the end zone. He got pressure, and I was
Gotcha.
upset, but we got a good look there. I thought just a good rush. Knocked our field goal in.
All right, back on offense. So right now,
Good half, you know. Good half.
yeah, definitely good half by both of you. Right now, run game isn't where you're used to it being. At what point in time do you like, I'm giving up on the run game, or is it something that you keep telling yourself you have to make them respect it?
Yeah, definitely that. In this kind of game, I know I had to run. My running backs are too good. I think for anybody at this last year at least, like any team I'm playing against, I think I have a huge advantage running just with those two dudes. Got to give them chances to get loose, and I think they eventually maybe broke like the game winner late, very late, but we had to at least keep them honest. This play, oh man, drove me crazy, but it's just we got what we wanted, and he has I don't know if he's a safety or linebacker, I can't remember, but you'll see. I went to his depth chart. I wanted to see who he was running with my receiver like that downfield, 30 yards, 40 yards. I couldn't find him, but I eventually found him. I think is he a linebacker? I couldn't find him for a long time. You see, I'm scrolling through, like, bro, I don't know if I even. He was a safety. He's a safety, but he's running stride for stride with a 97 speed receiver on a post, and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And then yeah, whole game we've been corralling them. Couple bad angles. Got us.
Is that something you feel like you just have to live with, or is there an adjustment that you could have made?
It's sometimes just tough. I don't think really anything I could do there. I think he just had a good little run call. I'm still upset about the pick. He's not really locked in, and just letting one play turn to two bad plays.
Gotcha. So at this point in the game, we're still early in the second half, but are you pressing the issue at all? Do you feel any additional time constraints, seeing that we're down 11 and we're already in the third?
No, I think there's plenty of time in this game. You can be down 2 scores in the fourth and still have plenty of time. So I wasn't trying to rush. I was trying to catch him in man really here, and I do. So he's pressed up and in man, slot fade, hoping I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I am. Clean pocket. We got him. Good ball from Underwood.
Gotcha.
So we got it right back.
Now I notice you run a slot fade more often than most people. Is that something you're like cognizant of, or like a staple in the game plan? And if so, is there a minimum speed that you normally have at that wide receiver position to take advantage?
Yeah, I need them to have. I want them to have at least 95 if they can. I think that's the usual threshold. Sometimes, if they got great deep route running, they just get open a lot. You can get away with like a 93. But at this stage of the league, every team has a corner like 96, 97, probably, maybe in their slide with blanket coverage. So you need something to get up out of there. I think it's just hard to guard, though. I do love a slot fade. I think it's just very hard to guard.
Gotcha. Back to your 3-3-5 stack. Do you think you get enough pressure out of your 3-man front? Because it appears, I think they're running 3 D tackles in this formation to try to clog up the run. Is that something you take into account on a regular basis, or do you ever swap in defensive ends to feel like you get a better pass rush?
Yeah, I do for sure. And this is just a bailout. We're in one of those times talking about linebacker, just not a good enough athlete to run with them. quarterback missed the throw. He had a great call against man, worked out, and bailed out. No pressure, just missed the throw. It helped us out huge. Um, Sometimes I'll swap out though, for sure, or just blitz a fourth,
Gotcha.
and
Pressure
then
just
like
just happened
there
to get
we just
home.
got pressure. Was that a? I think am I rushing three? I don't even know what I rushed on that.
Four.
I missed it, but okay,
Four-man rush with two on the backside.
okay, okay.
And then a good punt return, purple shifty.
hmm
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him this year.
oh, that was your starting running back.
That's Dave, second string, but he really should be a starter. He's very good, but he's
Gotcha. I know you're big on running the ball. Are you a fan of the pulling guards and the powers over the inside zones?
I don't think so. I think normally I prefer inside zone. I like the power if I. It's just as you see, you can get run down very easily. All that motion, guards moving and stuff, and sometimes they get a slow animation too, like they actually
Hmm.
get rolling. So they're fine, but I just a lot of times what happens what you just saw, like they get run down and you can't get going. Even with have purple shifty and 98 Excel, everything doesn't matter.
Gotcha. And you're one of the few people that I know will consistently run the ball on that double mug look. Is there anything specific that you've labbed that helps against that, or is that just you believe up front you just have the dogs to go out and beat who they have in front of you?
Yeah, I just think conceptually, like I think that's one of the weaknesses of double mug. Like it's not really meant to necessarily stop the run. I don't think, especially if you can get like an outside zone look. I feel like you can kind of do okay. Um, so I don't know. I like to run against the mug. Other previous games have been a better. You get more luck, but this one I think it actually does pretty well against the run. But I still, out of habit, I run a lot into the double mug.
Gotcha. Just able to push it forward for the easy touchdown here. Question: do you feel like you should run more with, or did you feel like you should have ran more with Underwood with his athleticism?
I probably should have. That's probably a missed opportunity on my offense. Um, with wear and tears, this is always my concern. Because if you remember, he got hurt and missed um, either 2 years ago or last. I don't know when it was, but he got hurt and missed some time, like 8 weeks of the year.
Yeah,
So I was just trying to make sure I had him available. Um,
gotcha.
but
One
it's definitely an
thing
element I love having. It's
for
huge.
sure. One thing I don't think people touch on very often is the play cooldown. Um, do you think that is more of a hindrance for the offense or the defense?
I think the defense, if they run, well, no huddle, obviously. No huddle defenses, they got a huge disadvantage. Um, but overall, there's so many different things on offense that you can run to get into the same stuff. In defense, I don't think it's the same. We got that covered well. Just can't make a play on the ball.
Gotcha.
Good,
At what
good
point
tough
in
catch.
time do you just live with the results? Is that often a thing where you put a coverage out and mentally think, I know where this coverage is weak, so if I get beat here, I'm okay with it? Or is it, do you feel like a lot of times you should be able to get there?
Um, I'm pretty hard on myself. I think playing the game, so I want to have the perfect call every time. Sometimes, yeah, they're naturally going to be like if they throw this route, we got no answers. But their tendency is to never throw this, so they happen to throw it and hit it, charge it to the game. So yes, it's elements of that for sure.
Gotcha.
And then here, I I know he's running a fade here, and I play around with my safety for whatever reason, and he beats me. Uh, Again, very upset with myself here. No
Hmm.
reason for it. No reason for it. I know what he's running, and Just not good enough. Not good enough user.
Gotcha. Anything specific you did there? That was a heck of a gap shoot, especially out of gun bunch tight end. I know a lot of people are concerned about that RPO bubble. I don't think I've seen him. I don't think he ran it this game, or it's not in his book. But
Hmm.
is that something you would be concerned about? Because that was a really good gap shoot there.
Usually yes, but kind of like you said, I don't think he ran maybe one RPO all game. I think so. I wasn't really. Ah, it's a good read, I guess.
Gotcha. And then that is,
There it is.
yep,
We just can't
that's
tackle.
what I was asking about earlier, specifically when you see come out in those gun wide off trips.
Hmm.
I know last year that was the main thing as far as that's the first route you had to look for the read Y flat. Is that the same thing this year, or do you feel like it's a lot easier to guard with the new adjustments?
I think it's actually you actually do a pretty good job on it there. I put him, which whether he would have made the play or not, but I put that linebacker in man on him, and if he catches it, hopefully we can at least make a tackle. But I didn't get to click off the linebacker in time, so ended up being my user that was in man, and I'm just behind, and that was kind of the play. But had an idea he was running it, I just couldn't obviously get
Gotcha.
set up enough.
We're gonna skip a little further ahead. Just I don't want to
Yeah,
take too
yeah,
much
for
of your
sure.
time.
No, no,
These
you're good.
last couple minutes is really what I want to get into. So you're up three with a minute to go, and he's back in the bunch tight end. Where are you at as far as your defense, pass rush, and then is there anything you're just trying not to give up right now?
Yeah, that middle of the field is still was one of my main concerns all game, so I wanted to lock that up. And obviously, anything over the top here is potentially game time. So I'm playing very off, not trying to get killed over the top. I thought he may go back to that concept he hit early in the game. He didn't end up going to it, but everything
Gotcha.
here we're just trying to, no TDs.
No
Happy with overtime.
TDs. Okay. At any point in time, are you concerned about the clock on defense, or are you at this point where we're just aiming for a stop?
It's in my mind. If he like were to get another first down and get down to like 15-10, yeah, I'm probably calling one. And I think I end up doing it. If I can, I don't know. I can't remember, but here he got me in a pretty good look, really. But luckily for me, he threw it to that route instead of the angle, the
Hmm.
Texas, because that's probably a TD, really. Um, he had a good play called. If he hits the Texas, it's gonna be close. He might get in. We got bailed out there. And again, no streaks here. Underneath is fine. We got a sack.
That was, I don't know if many people saw that, but that I think that might have tripped him up. He ran a simple slants concept, but for you to bring down your user from the curl flat,
Hmm.
um, made him hesitate just enough for you to get a coverage sack. Is that something you often adjust to use a cornerback or a defensive back to give the
Yeah, I love
opponent a
it
different look?
for sure. I love switching it up because I haven't really done it much this game at all. So I know when I do it, they shouldn't be expecting it. Either you get like a pick or, like you said, that just that slight hesitation will do it for you. Um, we get him 3rd and 10. Realistically, I mean, I was gonna say you could argue I could call a timeout there, but I didn't think it was what we needed. And here, great play by my safety because if it's anybody but the Hall of Famer Keenan,
That was the
you,
Hall of
you might,
Famer Keenan.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just going to talk about that he switched or flipped the play
Hmm.
late in the play clock, and like you said, hurry up. The defense is at a big disadvantage. I see you
Hmm.
drag out the hook curl, but your cornerback and your free safety did move,
Yep,
and then
yep.
he immediately recognized the cloud flap, bumped, released outside, and
Hmm.
Keenan just made a unbelievable play to be able to just from center
Yeah,
field
bro.
to the back of the end zone. And he's just,
Yeah, I mean, he's
yeah,
in a deep third there, but still, like,
yeah.
I,
Ball hawk
I
lights
don't.
up as soon as the
Yeah,
ball
I
is
mean,
released to give him a little extra boost. But yeah, that was madly impressive for him to be able to get back because that could have easily had been the game going the opposite way.
yep.
But that
Knocks the
is,
kick in.
yep.
OT.
So gun bunch wide, not something we've seen a lot from him. Um, Overtime rules, everybody's at the 25. You get a chance to score. Everybody gets the ball. Gun bunch wide. Do you like the stack against this formation? I know personally, the first thing I think of is the RPO bubble with the slot on the left side on a out route.
Hmm.
Is that something you're concerned about being in a cover three show?
Yeah, somewhat, somewhat. Um, I'm, I believe, I think I'm over there if he does, but he still is pretty. He probably has a nice little play if he does run that. Um, but yeah, that's I think probably one of the more used plays in this game across the league. People use that a ton. Um, I manned him up, and that's kind of what I was expecting. Some kind of angle, or some kind of crosser angle combo. Um, he made a good read, got it out quick. That was good. And
Gotcha.
then I think I'm missing lock here, like 3 lock.
Okay. I will say it's not the prettiest, but your D tackles out of this 3-3-5 stack are, it might not show it, but they're doing a phenomenal job of just holding up those front five and allowing those
I
linebackers to
Yeah,
float to the ball.
agree. And you see that bunch tight end. I was countering with 3-4 all game. Um,
And the
a good
pressure
jam on the
gets,
tight end.
yep.
Pressure gets there. Huge play in overtime.
First major screen he's run all game, and your guys are just able to sniff it out. A minimum contained.
Yep.
3rd and 18. Are we playing the sticks or are we playing the end zone? It's close to the same thing, but
Hmm.
far enough to be different as far as where he
Yeah,
needs to be aiming.
yeah. No, I was trying to. I thought he was gonna throw that post on the backside, like that post.
Yeah, the double post. He had a
Yeah,
small window. I do think you would have been able to get back to it though.
I I think so too. I was fully expecting him to throw that because I was like, that's probably the throw you want to make. 3rd and 18, not getting
Yeah,
a much better look, but he opted to not throw a pick, which probably reasonable choice.
yeah.
And then I think I
Misses
got
the
lucky, he missed
field
the
goal.
field goal, right? Yeah. And then
And
I
then
think we
you're
scored the next play. Just a good
good run. Look at that. Hall of Fame Shifty for the
man,
win.
great comp, great game, really good game. Notre Dame played his butt off for sure.
But sir, I appreciate it. You coming through, breaking down this this gameplay for us on the first episode of Behind the Sticks with the 2029 champs Clemson Tigers. Uh, Anything for the people before we head out of here, sir?
Nah, man, that was fun. If Terrell reaches out, please do it. It's fun to kind of look back at your games. I've also seen a lot just watching the stream again, things I can improve on. So, hey, man, it's great exercise. So
Yes, sir.
step up.
Appreciate you hopping on here last minute. I know I've been bugging you a lot recently, so
Nah, we're all good.
shout out to you, man. I really appreciate it. I like looking at film. I know college football season is quickly coming to an end here, so just to keep it fresh, something that other people might be able to enjoy. I appreciate it. And if you want somebody to review your game, put the VOD up and shoot me a message and let me know. I'll be more than happy to go over it, and we can get you on the next episode because just trying to keep everybody interested and engaged. And hopefully you could be a champ just like Mr. Fries.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it. Until next time, guys, y'all have a good one.